Welcome, welcome, welcome. How to meditate effectively with myself, Shannon, with Anchored Soul Therapy. This is great for meditation beginners or those of you who just kind of want to learn a few simple tips and tricks to step up your meditation game. You don't really need anything for this time, except I would love you to get either a piece of paper or journal and something to write with, and also preferably be in a space where you will not be disturbed and you will be comfortable for the actual time when we will be doing a trial meditation. I'll let you guys go ahead and grab your things before we get started. Let's go over, while you're gathering your things, a few benefits of meditation. Most of you have probably already heard of this, but maybe you have not. So meditation reduces stress. It improves your concentration and focus. It enhances your emotional well-being, boosts your self-awareness. It can increase your intuition, promote better sleep and inner peace, while reducing anxiety. And I know a lot of us may suffer from a lot of those different symptoms, either at once or separate. And I personally have been meditating for a very long time. I really got serious about my meditation practice in, I would say 2013 and on, definitely 2016. And now my life is a walking meditation. People are like, when do you meditate? It's a walking meditation, but also when I take the time and really do specific types of meditation, I drop in really good, and it does help so much with reducing my stress, fixing my emotions, and promoting inner peace. So let's talk about a few different types of meditation. There's a lot more than this, but some of the ones that I consider the most profound for me and the ones I enjoy doing is the ones on the screen here. So mindfulness. Mindfulness is simply that you're sitting and you're becoming conscious of the thoughts and releasing them, letting them go. The second one that I enjoy is guided meditation. This can be through sound, music, or somebody speaking and you listening to it. A lot of people have those apps now. I think Calm is one of them. Balance is another. And they do a lot of guided meditations on there. You can also find some on my app and on YouTube. A great one as well is the body scan. This is also kind of a guided meditation, but you can do it alone. And this is where you're just scanning your body for different emotions, stuck energy, or tension, or pain, and then working through to release those areas. Breath work is, of course, one of my favorites because you can do breath work pretty much anywhere, and a lot of people won't even know that you're doing it when you practice certain ones. And as you'll see today, it can very quickly drop you into meditation and relax the body. The next one is transcendental, which I was doing this for a long time. And honestly, up until like last weekend, I didn't even know what this was called. But what you're doing here is you're getting a mantra or an affirmation, and you're basically saying that over and over again while you're meditating. And so that affirmation or mantra takes you on a journey. Then, of course, we have sound meditation. You guys know how much I love the sound bowls, and I think they're profound, especially if you're doing it in person, because the frequency naturally raises your vibration, and it's amazing. The next one and final one we're going to talk about today is movement. Movement meditation may feel different to a lot of you. This is also called active meditation. Movement is simply you're dancing, you're doing yoga, you're walking, you're in the gym. As long as you are not thinking of anything, you're doing a form of active or movement meditation. Now, active meditation, you may have heard me talk about journaling or cleaning. Those are also like artwork. That's all forms of meditation as well, as long as you are clearing your mind. So if you're like listening to music with lyrics, you're not truly meditating. Some misconceptions that a lot of people have about meditation, there's lots, but the top 3 is that meditation means no thoughts. So if you have thoughts, you must be doing it wrong, right? And a lot of people think that you need a whole lot of time to meditate. The other thing is people fall asleep. I am guilty of it. I'm sure you're guilty of it. But a lot of people, even this into my practice now, there's times when I just fall asleep. And we'll get into busting or debunking these misconceptions. So back to the thoughts. Thoughts happen. We literally have multi-thousands of thoughts every single day. I'm talking like 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day. You are not going to stop your brain as much as you desire. Even when you're sleeping, you're thinking, right? You're not going to stop those. They're going to happen. So it's best if you just observe it and release it. One of the ways I like to do this is say, okay, I see that, but I'm not thinking about that right now. I will think about that later. Or you can just look at it and then do something else, or go back to your breath work, go back to the sound, the guided meditation. As long as you're not fighting against it, because whatever you fight against, you're just going to grow more of. And that's not what we're here for. According to time, you can achieve a lot in 5 minutes a day. And as you do 5 minutes a day on a consistent basis, you are going to begin to change your mind chemistry. This will create the desire to have that peace and that time, and you're creating a habit, so those thoughts will naturally calm down and you'll be able to actually move forward with your meditation practice and lengthen the time if desired. Now, if you fall asleep, it happens. It's fine. Your body must have needed it. Don't fight yourself. Try again. A lot of people will experience this in the beginning because a lot of people run on fight or flight. A lot of people are in survival mode. And so if you're jumping into a meditation practice and you fall asleep, your body is just getting out of trying to fight or flight. So just trust it. If you're worried about falling asleep, there are ways that you can help yourself not fall asleep, and we will get to that in a minute. Now, let's go into the challenges. I hear these all the time. I ask people, how often do you meditate? And these are some of the top excuses or challenges that they come up with. Oh, I don't have time for this. My mind is overactive. I always fall asleep. I physically can't get comfortable. Every time I try to do it, nothing's happening. I'm not getting any resolutions. I don't think this is resolving anything. People are inconsistent. I don't have any space or quiet area to do this at. So let's counteract these challenges, right? With 5 minutes a day, you can fit 5 minutes a day in there. And for those of you who don't have that safe space, you can use headphones for quietness. You can get in your car, or you can go in the bath, in the shower for 5 minutes and do your meditation. If your mind won't quiet down, you could do guided or breath work. If you're always falling asleep, choose a different time and set a timer or an alarm so if you do fall asleep, you're not asleep for an hour and a half. You only fell asleep for 5 minutes. If your body is uncomfortable, choose cushions or different postures. And you can also do active meditation. This is also great for if you fall asleep. Active meditation is great. And if you're being inconsistent, you need to set a certain time that you are going to do this at and stick with it. It doesn't move. It's in your calendar. You know, you wake up, you take a shower, you step out of the shower, you get dressed, you sit down for 5 minutes and do it. Whatever it is, you have to put it in your calendar, and it is a non-negotiable. Now, those of you who have unrealistic expectations or don't think it's being effective, it's about progress and not perfection. And don't judge yourself until after a few weeks of doing it. Log yourself and take a journal of like how you feel at the beginning and the start, and then check in a couple weeks about how you feel. Or you could do it every day and see over time how your mood or problem solving or stress has increased or decreased. That's going to be more of a way you can check in with your progress. Now today, we are going to do 3 different types of meditation. The first one is pretty easy, and this is why I told you to go get a journal or a piece of paper, because basically we're just going to dump our thoughts. We take a minute on the timer and dump any thoughts that come to mind prior to your meditation. The second one is breath work, box breathing, and you set a timer and you do this for 5 minutes. And the last one is sound healing, where you listen to sound bowls or a guided meditation. Today, I'm going to do a 5-minute sound bowl session for you. So go ahead and let's get into a position where you're going to do your journal dump. And I'm not going to sit here with 5 minutes of silence, but I want you to, when I say start, pause this and set your own timer. This is what you're going to do. You're going to get your journal. You're going to get in a comfortable spot. You're going to set your timer for 1 minute and brain dump, journal, right? Anything that comes to mind, everything that comes to mind. Don't go into depth. Don't try to figure out problems. Just dump. Even if it's like, oh, I need to go to the store to get this. Why did that person say that to me? I probably shouldn't have did this. Oh, I need to send that email. I should probably do the dishes. And then when your 1 minute timer is up, you set a timer for 2 minutes and be quiet. So after 2 minutes, then you can set your timer again for 1 minute and brain dump again, right? Anything that comes to mind. No judging, no questioning, no introspection, none of it. Just write everything down. And then once the timer goes off, set the timer for 1 more minute and listen to silence. Go ahead and start and come back when you're ready. How was that? Did you enjoy that? This is a great way to release all the thoughts in your mind. This is excellent to do in the beginning when you're learning to meditate, or if you really feel anxious or you have a lot on your mind, you're trying to process things. This is a perfect starting space for you. And you can combine this or keep going at this and enhance or add on to the time. Maybe you want to brain dump for 2 minutes and then meditate for 3 minutes. There's no rules here, but you're doing your journaling prior to meditating. And if your thoughts get overwhelmed while you're in the middle, stop your timer, brain dump for a minute, and then get back to your meditation. There's no rules here. Do what helps you release those thoughts, because as you release them, now more peace can come in for you. So the next one is box breathing. Box breathing is one of my favorites. I use this all the time. I do this while I'm massaging clients even. I do this simply before every sound healing meditation. Basically, we're just focusing on the breath. This helps us recalibrate the nervous system. And while you're doing this, you can place your hand on your belly, because that's where you want to breathe from, not your chest, your belly. So sitting up nice and tall, you will be taking an in breath for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. Hold for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you hold on an empty breath for 1, 2, 3, 4. That is box breathing. Now, I'm not going to sit here while you do that, but I'm going to let you go ahead and set a timer for 5 minutes, and you're going to do this. Now, if at any time you start to feel lightheaded, you can extend the breath out or shorten it, whatever you need to do. If you shorten it, then it's good if you're lightheaded. If you feel like you can extend it up to 6 seconds, excellent. Go with what's comfortable here. The key is to keep the count the same for each action. So go ahead, sit up straight, take a deep breath, and come back in 5 minutes. Awesome. How did you like that? So now we are going to do a 5-minute sound meditation. Most of you have probably listened to me play some sound bowls. And today we are going to do a sound healing meditation with the Tibetan sound bowl. This is a metal sound bowl. This is like one of the first bowls I ever got, and I truly love it. So I'm going to go ahead and play for 5 minutes, and I would love it for you to go ahead and close your eyes, sit comfortably, and just listen to the bowl. right, now you're going to go ahead and take a deep breath in and exhale out. Bringing yourself fully back to your body and fully aware of your surroundings. Now you can go ahead and open your eyes. And you want to just check in with yourself. How do you feel after these 3 rounds of meditation? What did you enjoy the most? Where do you feel like you can improve your meditation practice? So today's points: practice. Practice makes perfect. And you can achieve the most results by doing simply 5 minutes a day. Your skills will improve as you practice daily. Today, you have completed 15 minutes of meditation. Congratulations. So that's a lot more than maybe you've been doing for a while. Or maybe this is just a great start and you can find ways that support you or new ways to meditate. I hope you've gained some valuable points from this. Please remember to like this, comment, let me know your thoughts about it. And if you aren't already, you can follow me on all the social medias under Anchored Soul Therapy. Make sure you check out my website, sign up for the emails so you can get exclusive content. And thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you in the future, gangsters. Bye now.